There was a legend in Blackwood Forest, one that parents used to warn their children about. It was said that at night, if you listened closely, you could hear whispers coming from the trees. Some claimed they were the voices of lost souls calling out for help. Others believed something far more sinister lurked in the forest, using the voices to lure people in. Many who followed the whispers never returned. The investigation begins. Daniel, an urban explorer with a passion for uncovering dark folklore, had always been fascinated by the legend. Unlike others who feared the forest, he saw it as an opportunity. If he could capture evidence of the whispers on camera, his YouTube channel would explode in popularity. One cold October evening, he packed his gear, a high-powered flashlight, a thermal camera, and his trusty night vision camcorder. Then, without telling anyone, he set off toward Blackwood Forest. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. The deeper he ventured, the quieter everything became. No crickets, no rustling leaves, just an eerie, unnatural silence. Then the first whisper came. "Help me." It was faint, carried on the wind, almost like a sigh. Daniel's pulse quickened. He raised his camera and pressed record. "Hello?" he called out, his voice barely above a whisper. Silence. He took a few more cautious steps forward. "Please, help." This time the voice was clearer, closer. It was a woman's voice, filled with sorrow and desperation. He aimed his flashlight in the direction of the sound, but the dense fog made it impossible to see far. Daniel swallowed hard. His instincts screamed at him to leave, but his curiosity pushed him forward. The deeper he went, the stronger the whispers became. They overlapped, growing in number. Men, women, even children. Voices pleading, crying, whispering his name. "Daniel." He stopped dead in his tracks. "Daniel, run!" A chill ran down his spine. How did they know his name? His breath turned to mist in the freezing air. He slowly turned in a circle, scanning the darkness with his flashlight. That's when he saw them. Pale, hollow-eyed figures standing just beyond the reach of his light. Their mouths moved, but their voices came from everywhere at once. He stumbled back, heart pounding, but before he could turn to run, something changed. The ground beneath him felt softer, wet. Looking down, he gasped. The forest floor was no longer dirt and leaves. It was decayed flesh, pulsing, breathing. Human limbs reached out from the ground, grasping at his ankles. He screamed, kicking and stumbling away, his flashlight tumbling from his grip. The whispers turned into wails. Then, silence. A face in the screen. Daniel found himself standing at the edge of the forest, panting, drenched in sweat. It was as if no time had passed. The trees stood motionless behind him, their secrets hidden in the darkness. He imagined it. Shaking, he checked his camera. It was still recording. He rewound the footage, heart pounding. At first it was nothing but static and darkness. Then a single frame froze on the screen. His own face. Behind him, just over his shoulder, pale, hollow eyes staring straight into the lens. And then a whisper right behind his ear. "You brought us home." The screen flickered. The battery drained to zero. From the forest, the whispers began again.